All right, so we'll move on to the last segment of the program today, which is showcasing some of the developmental strides of the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in Lagos State. So please enjoy that package, and then we'll come again next time on Summit. I am Jumoke Michaels. Enjoy the rest of your day. The Lagos International Fire Safety Conference 2.0 held to emphasize the importance of building an economy that can withstand shocks and respond to the state's growing population. The conference brought together local and international experts aimed to promote best practices in fire safety and emergency response. It featured technical sessions, exhibitions, and trainings, and provided a platform for stakeholders to share insights and expertise. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu highlighted the government's efforts to promote fire safety awareness, particularly among children, through training programs and community engagement.
The theme for this year's conference is to leveraging technology and community engagement to prevent fire. Technology is one of the things that everybody talks about now. How do we deploy appropriate technology in terms of response, in terms of activation, in terms of the response time, and how do we use that with all of our community engagement, our civil society, civil society groups, our traditional institutions, our neighborhood watch, CDC, CDA, market men, market women, all of them are the relevant community engagement, which speaks to the theme for this year's conference. And it's about using two powerful tools together: smart technology and active community participation. We now have drones that we can quickly deploy to fly over an area to check what is burning. We have cameras that we can see, that we can use to monitor and track. We have smoke detectors, alarms almost in all facilities and institutions of government. We're also using real-time information so that firefighters know exactly where to go, what to do, and every moment of their call. These tools, we believe, will help save life, save time, and ensure that we have a very robust, well-to-go fire service men and women. I'm very impressed with the women that I've also seen this morning. And it's our ability to be able to respond, is the ability of even the premises and the infrastructure you have in your premises that will rescue and will save your property and rescue life when they do happen.
Looking at it from the legislation parts, we are ever ready to deliver, to give to the society the inputs from the society. And this can be, gotten from the recently signed law. Because I remember when I was here last year, so many questions were sent to me, right, about the need to re-engineer the law. But I promised, as if I knew, that this particular moment, this year fire safety conference, is going to be bet along with the signing of the law and the operation of the law. So I want you to please give thanks and give solid claps to our governor, who has really deemed it first necessary. Because without a solid law in place, whatever we are doing, we may not have backing. In fact, do not have backing. But with this, because governor stood by it and said, no, this has to be done, and the time is now.
With what the Lagos State Fire Service has been doing, they have been very hardworking, they have been resilient, and they have been focused, dedicated, and committed to ensuring that there is no fire disaster in Lagos. Figures shows that the statistics which I saw today shows that about 57 billion was lost in terms of fire incidents last year, and about 117 billion was saved. That shows that the Fire Service of Lagos State, under the able leadership of the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, has been contributing immensely.
Commissioner for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, Mr. Gbenga Oyeride, who also spoke at the conference, highlighted the need for a rethink in the state strategy for fire safety and emergency response.
Enhancing fire safety measures to proactively reduce risk, promoting continuous public awareness and education on fire and disaster management, showcasing cutting-edge technology, innovations, and safety products. Lastly, creating platform for meaningful community engagements and participations. To our esteemed stakeholders, both physical and virtual, I encourage you to fully participate, unlearn outdated practices, learn new approaches, and relearn essential principles.
I witnessed them in action in 3 occasions. Their response time was less than 10 minutes. It was particularly impressive. There was one particular one, it was a 12-story building. And the first truck that came, they had to go up the stairs. They all went up the stairs into the fire and put out the fire, and then they remained there for the next 4 or 5 hours. And I think I just want to give them a round of applause for them. I was there personally, and I saw how professional they was and how they handled it. There was another occasion, there was a bushfire, and how they handled that as well. It was really impressive. So they are very diverse, they are very brave, and I just want to commend you and say thank you.
Inspection of companies, commercial premises to ensure they complied with the fire safety code. We visited 7,870 commercial facilities and fire safety compliance certificate issued 7,039. Non-compliance to fire safety code, we have 831. Brethren, I want to bring to your notice, if you recall, in 2023, where we have 2,573 incidents, year 2024, we have 1,952. The 1,952 speak louder than words can say. A story of life in a statistics way. 1,952 is more than just a figure to see. It is a life, a story, a reality. Let's look beyond the numbers and see the faces of those affected and the struggle they face. For in the statistics, we find a true reveal of life impacted and future concealed. Statistics is more than just a number to know. It is a life, a story, a human to show. Fire safety is not just all about equipment. It is about people, and the best fire fought is the one prevented.
The message to the public and residents of Lagos is that fire safety is not the sole responsibility of government and all emergency respondents alone. It's a shared mandate that requires active participation from individuals, communities, and the private sector. The Lagos State government recently unveiled the pilot phase of its innovative identifier project, a comprehensive digital addressing system designed to streamline geographic house numbering and street naming across Lagos, the first of its kind in Nigeria. The project, which will commence in Ikeja, the state capital, was unveiled by Governor Sanwo-Olu on the sideline of the Nigeria Land Titling, Registration and Documentation Program, organized by the Lagos State Office of Electronic Geographic Information System, EGIS, and Urban Development in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development in Victoria Island. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the project will provide a unique digital identity to every property, enhance navigation, service delivery, and overall urban management.
using technology as a strong enabler to be able to resolve all our land issues, right? Where from the comfort of your house, right, you can access and you can resolve land titling. It's still a journey. We're not there yet, but but this one is really more around ensuring that if you can get an address of a property, every information that is needed on that property, they always can access it and see it.
Yes.
But confidential information that is needed.
On his part, Olajide Babatunde, the special advisor to the governor on EGIS and urban development, said the state government was committed to the project embedded with QR codes and local government specific color codes for easy identification.
Here to talk about land. Land is a resource, as was said earlier on today. So this is an initiative of the Minister of of Housing and Urban Development in Abuja, and also in collaboration with the Lagos State Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, and also in collaboration with all the other states in Nigeria. So as you can see, almost all the commissioners of lands in all the 37 states of Nigeria are here present today. So what we're doing today is we're talking about land titling, land documentation, land record, land archiving. We need to manage land properly as a resource, because countries that have managed their lands properly are rich, and those that have not managed their land properly are poor. So land management starts from being able to capture, ownership, not just ownership, also having title documentation and surveys. So the reason why we're here today is because we see that we have, according to the minister, we have up to 90% of our land untitled. We want to make sure that Nigeria has land titling that will ramp up to at least 80 to 90%, because this is part of the revenue, that we can envisage for a country like ours, so that we will not need, to go outwards looking for funds. Even as individuals, we can use the title documentation that we have for the collateralization of funds that we may require. House numbering has to do with ownership. Documentation has to do with ownership. So one of the byproducts of titling and documentation in land administration is also house numbering and digital addressing system. So this is a digital addressing system. Mr. Governor has just been to this stand and looked at it. This is number 1 Governor's Drive. This is part of technology, as he has told you. At the back end, we have all the information that we can share with the public. You can scan the QR code and you get the information on that land, particularly the bills and some of the other important information that we may need to know, like whether the building has an approval or not. It's house numbering, so it's a continuous process. We will not stop until we number every house in Lagos. In Ikeja district, where we are starting, we have over 23,000 properties in Ikeja alone. And the plan, if you talk to Laulu standing by my side, is to finish that whole project. You understand, the 23,000 in about 2 months, and then we move to the next local government. But it is a continuous process in the sense that when we have property subdivision and a couple of other things, we always have to come back, to correct the numbering, because then you now have A and B, and we need to now number them properly. So it's a continuous process.
The Lagos's digital house numbering system is a novel idea. It's about technology, and that's one of the things to achieve, using technology as a strong enabler to be able to resolve all land issues from the comfort of every house, and being able to access and resolve land title issues.